These are the hands that will give you strength when you need strength, tenderness when you need tenderness, and love when you need love. May the promises and commitments made here today greatly strengthen your union, and as your hands are joined, so are your lives. May you forever be as one. Congratulations and best wishes. Adrian, you may now seal your vows with a kiss for the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my privilege and great pleasure to be the first to introduce Saskatoon's newest married couple.
What's up, my people? Wow. Yeah, this is going to be the last True Talk for 2009, and I just want to reflect on probably one of the most important lessons that I learned this year, and it's about relationships. So when you think about life, life is about our relationship with ourselves, our relationships with each other, and our relationships with the Creator, however you term him or her to be. What I learned a lot about was what people say they want in a relationship and what they are really capable of doing in a relationship are two different things. And I think if we have honest conversations with each other about what we really want versus what we think we should be wanting, I don't think we would have so many problems with each other. So yeah, as you saw at the beginning of the episode, I had some footage from weddings that I've attended previously, and I was also a part of a really interesting panel that really got my eyes open and my mind, alert to the situation that people are facing in this age of God only knows what you'd like to call it, relationships. I've realized some people date. Some people get married, and some people date while they're married. There was a panel called Monogamy, Is It Relevant?, held by a nonprofit here in Canada called the Black Daddies Club. And they just wanted to address the issue of monogamy and whether or not it was something that was actually happening within our society and specifically our Black community, or whether or not it was just a philosophy and an ideal that we're holding on to that may or may not be relevant in today's society. I was a panelist. I wanted to talk more about how pop culture and media and marketing affects our views of what relationships should be like and what we need and what we want. And yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about other people's perspectives, and I learned to challenge myself and my own views. Now, on the panel, there's a very interesting man by the name of Noel Biderman, and that name may not ring a bell, but he founded a website that is servicing millions of married couples around the globe, and AshleyMadison.com is a website that helps married couples who want to cheat, the male or the female, to hook up with somebody else who's married who may want to cheat and keep it discreet. So yeah, he does not consider himself any sort of corrupt individual. I mean, he's merely providing a service. He's not stopping people from cheating. He's not helping them to cheat. He's merely providing a service such as a cell phone or a hotel. He's also the author of a book called Cheaters Prosper. Yeah, Cheaters Prosper. I haven't had a chance to open it yet because I'm afraid it's going to self-destruct or combust and burst into flames. But I think the philosophy is more about how once you've discovered an affair, actually heal your marriage. I personally would like other ways to heal my marriage, but hey, to each his own. So here are some clips from the actual event, Monogamy Is It Relevant?, that was held earlier this year at Strictly Roots down at King and Bathurst in downtown Toronto. Enjoy.
I think that pop culture, media, music, it doesn't matter if you're 5 or if you're 55, you start comparing, you start competing. I mean, marketing is based on fear and insecurity and lack, and you may not have even thought you had a problem, but now you're seeing the commercial, you're like, my teeth aren't white enough, my hair isn't long enough, my bum isn't big enough, my vagina's not tight enough. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that's going on in the media and in marketing to create a need and to create a void that you may not have even had. Right? That you may have certain fears and insecurities that are totally normal and would have been completely resolved if it wasn't thrown in your face and marketed at you, and now you're spending half of your money becoming somebody that you don't even know who you are. And now fake people are marrying fake people, and then we're not talking to each other because we're afraid that their
Gonna get
insecurities.
judged.
Exactly. So I just think it feeds, the media and the pop culture feeds a frenzy of insecurity and lack. And I think that we're also, like you said, I don't think we're physically touching each other. We're not talking to each other. We're not connecting with each other. I don't think a text, even for dating, texting is not communicating with me. So don't text me and don't email me and don't instant message me. Okay? Call me or see me. Straight up. If you don't know how to connect with somebody, men or women who are not finding proper partners, if a majority of a relationship was online except for sex, that's what you've ended up with. Spend some time, okay, getting to know each other and getting to know yourself, and all of this won't even be an issue. On that note, I want to thank you all for joining us.
So yeah, it was a really amazing, high energy, intense night, but it was totally necessary for us to have open, honest conversations. Are you in a polyamorous relationship? Are you in a polygamous relationship? Are you in an open relationship? Are you in a monogamous relationship? And what does that mean to you? I think those are some of the things that we really were able to address, and I'm sure there'll be more going on in the upcoming year. I think in February, Black Daddies Club is going to try to revisit it or do more conversations such as that. But yeah, and think about it, like in pop culture, especially this year has been crazy when it comes to the effects of people lying to their significant others about what kind of relationship they're in. And I think that a lot of people need to just decide if they just don't want to get married, then don't get married. Don't have children with people that you don't want to be married with and then cheat on them. It's just insane. Tiger Woods, really? Not only is it just disgusting and nasty that he was sleeping with people up until the day of his father's death, and all the kind of porn stars, every blouse and skirt person he has slept with, it seems like he just had to get a whiff of something, in the feminine, gender, and he would just sleep with it. Kind of pathetic. Not only did he cheat, but he wasn't even selective or discreet. He was really sloppy and really not very selective. If you're going to throw away everything, you might want to, I don't know, increase your selection pool. So yeah, so now Tiger, Mr. Coblination, what is it? I think it's like 14 women that he's been linked with that we know of. Text messages, nude photos. It's just insane. I think Tiger wasn't trying to be married. I think Tiger should have just dated a little longer. I'm not really sure why he decided to make a mockery of monogamy. And I think that's what people are doing. They're just making a mockery. If you don't want to be monogamous, don't be. And if you do, then work on it and be honest when you're not. So that's basically it, man. I don't know. I just feel like women need to be honest about what they're in, and men need to be honest about what they're willing to give, and people need to be willing to walk away if it's not what they want. So I'm reporting live from Singledom. This is True Daley with the last episode of True Talk in 2009. I appreciate you watching and supporting, and I wish you all the best in 2010. Let's make it happen. Peace.